Have you ever wondered where is the cast of Open All Hours 1976? In this video, you will see how have the actors of the Open All Hours changed. You will know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then, in 1976, and what's with them now, in 2025. Okay, let's go. Ronnie Barker as a WRK Wright. Age filming, 47 years old. Ronnie Barker rose to fame on The Two Ronnies after working alongside the BBC on the radio until his TV career kicked off in 1971. Running for over 16 years until its final episode in 1987. Ronnie acted alongside his co-star and friend Ronnie Corbett. He went on to star as inmate Norman Stanley Fletcher in Porridge from 1974 to 1977. As well as the sequel in 1978, Going Straight. Ronnie was also spotted in Open All Hours, which ran from 1976 to 1985, as protagonist and shopkeeper WRK Wright. After his acting success, he wrote a comedy under his own name, as well as a number of comedies under his adopted pseudonyms. Ronnie won a BAFTA for Best Light Entertainment Performance 4 times over, as well as an OBE in 1978 for his services to TV. However, the star also suffered a number of flops, including The Magnificent Evans and a sitcom of his own called Clarence. In 1987, Ronnie told Terry Wogan during an interview that he was closing the door on his acting career to change careers. After quitting showbiz for good, Ronnie opened an antique store in Chipping Norton, only returning to TV for special appearances. He took part in a reunion with Ronnie Corbett for Two Ronnies Night shortly before he passed away in 2005. Aged 76, from heart failure. The actor's later years were marred by his son Adam's arrest in 2003 for possessing child pornography. Born in Bedford in 1929, Barker studied at Oxford as an architecture student and even toyed with the idea of becoming a bank manager. David Jason as Granville. Age filming, 36 years old. David also featured in every episode of the sitcom as Granville. Only Fools and Horses legend Sir David, 85, has become one of the UK's most beloved actors throughout his 4-decade-long career. After starring in Open All Hours, Brits totally fell in love with the actor who starred as Pa Larkin in The Darling Buds of May. David went on to be the lead in detective show A Touch of Frost, which ran from 1992 to 2010. In 2013, the actor reprised his Open All Hours role as Granville in a special one-off episode to celebrate the long-running show. Last year, David also reprised his Del Boy role in a Strictly Christmas special when Jay Blades danced to the Only Fools theme tune. Away from the silver screen, David married Welsh actress Mhafonwy Talog, who he nursed through breast cancer before her tragic death. Mhafonwy passed away in 1995 following 18 years of marriage. In 2001, David became a father for the first time when he and his new partner Gil Hinchcliffe gave birth to their only daughter. He appeared on This Morning at the end of 2022 to discuss Only Fools and Horses and the publication of his new book, The 12 Dells of Christmas. David admitted he and his Only Fools and Horses co-star Nicholas Lyndhurst no longer speak to each other. Lynda Baron as Nurse Gladys Emanuel. Age filming, 37 years old. Lynda Baron was the only other character to star in every episode of the series. As Nurse Gladys Emanuel, Lynda tragically passed away aged 82. The actress starred in The Upper Hand, Last of the Summer Wine and Open All Hours throughout her impressive career. She was best known for her role as Auntie Mabel in the award-winning children's series Come Outside, which aired throughout the 1990s. Lynda also had short stints in Coronation Street and Goodnight Sweetheart, as well as acting as Jane Beale's mum in EastEnders. The mother of two was last seen on TV during the BBC's detective period show Father Brown back in 2017. She tragically passed away peacefully at home on March 5, 2022. Stephanie Cole as Mrs. Delphine Featherstone. Age filming, 41 years old. Stephanie Cole OBE, 84, starred in Open All Hours and in its sequel Still Open All Hours as the character Mrs. Delphine Featherstone. Known behind her back as the Black Widow due to her long black coat and black hat, Mrs. Delphine Featherstone openly admires Arkwright's penny-pinching nature. She appeared in 10 episodes in the original series between 1982 and 1985. Known for her quick wit and pitiful view of men, the character's most famous quotes includes, Men. They need a firm hand. Everywhere but where they'd like it. Between 2013 and 2019, Cole appears in all 41 episodes of the sequel as the shop's regular customer and continues her sparring with Granville. Cole's acting career has blossomed outside of Open All Hours. She has starred in Tenko, A Bit of a Do, Keeping Mum, and Man Down to name but a few. She won Best TV Actress in the 1992 British Comedy Awards for her role in Waiting for God and won Best Comedy Performance at the 2012 British Soap Awards for her role in Coronation Street. Cole, who was made an OB in the 2005 Queen's Birthday Honours, notably played the part of Joan Norton in popular ITV series Doc Martin alongside Martin Clunes between 2004 and 2009. In 1973, Cole married flight director Henry Marshall, who she has a daughter with. The actress, who is a mother of one and has been married twice, was last seen on TV in 2019 during her role in BBC comedy Scarborough. Cole's most recent role was in 2021 in BBC sitcom The Cleaner, which follows Paul Wickstead. Maggie Ollerenshaw as Mavis. Age filming, 27 years old. Maggie was much loved by Open All Hours audiences as character Mavis, so it's no surprise she made it to the big screen. She popped up in House of Elliot, Lovejoy, Holby City and Coronation Street before being cast in a Steven Spielberg film. Maggie could be seen in Warhorse, which told the story of the Michael Morpurgo novel of the same name back in 2011. Since then, she has also given her voice to a number of kids' cartoon characters, including Henrietta in Thomas and Friends. She reprised her role for the sequel series, Still Open All Hours, in 2013 and starred in all 41 episodes. The actress is now 76 years old and she is married to fellow actor Jeffrey Leasley. Barbara Flynn as Milkwoman. Age filming, 33 years old. Barbara Flynn, 77, played the elusive divorced milkwoman who caught the eye of Granville in the original series. Her character was never named, and little was known of her, apart from the fact she was the shopkeeper's object of desire. It was explained on the show she combined her milk rounds with a course at the Open University and was popular with the opposite sex. The actress is now 74 years old and continues to have a successful acting career. She went on to star in the Beiderbecke trilogy, as well as a doctor in A Very Peculiar Practice, which ran from 1986. Barbara also had stints in Cracker and Cranford, Miss Potter and Cranford and the Queen. One of her latest roles was in an episode of Doctor Who back in 2021. In the same year, she narrated the series Countdown to Murder. In her personal life, Flynn married television producer and science writer Jeremy Taylor in 1982. The couple share a son, Linus, who was born in 1990 and is now 32. Unfortunately, Taylor died in 2017. Kathy Staff as Mrs. Blewett. Age filming, 48 years old. Kathy Staff, who played Mrs. Blewett on Open All Hours, passed away in 2008, aged 80. One of the local women who regularly did their shopping with Granville and Arkwright. Mrs. Blewett was shown to be a dour woman. She was known to have raised 7 children and although severe, she was still kind-spirited and would enjoy an occasional chat with the shopkeeper and his aide. Mrs. Blewett did not make a comeback in the 2013 sequel Still Open All Hours, but Staff had a successful run on Last of the Summer Wine, Roy Clark's sitcom where she played Nora Batty. She played Batty from the sitcom's pilot episode when it debuted in 1973, before making her last appearance in August 2008 at the end of the show's 29th series. In total, she appeared in 245 episodes of the show over 35 years, with only a brief pause in 1999 following the death of her co-star Bill Owen. Staff appeared in other successful franchises, including Coronation Street, where she played Vera Hopkins, who was blackmailed by her own mother-in-law, Granny Hopkins. She also had a stint on the ATV soap opera Crossroads from 1979 to 1984 before her appearance on Open All Hours and later in 2001 to 2002. He also enjoyed a flourishing theater career, with roles including Mrs. Bracknell in a Birmingham production of The Importance of Being Earnest and 2 West End stints. She also was a great panto star and sang at her local church's choir on her free time. Surprisingly, before she got into show business, Batty, who revealed she voted Conservative, stood as a candidate for the party in Dukenfield in 1971. She did not dethrone the reigning Liberal Democrat in place and finished last. Kathy tragically passed away from a brain tumor in 2008 at the age of 80.